so much of the trust that the Americans have had, whether it's in the media or it's in corporate America or it's in their political officials, you and I have watched it deteriorate over the past decades. How does the United States best address that?
I can tell you how I try and address it as a governor of a large state. I try and get stuff done for folks. And I know that may sound trite. Let me explain what I mean by that. I believe government can be a force for good in people's lives. What we have seen now increasingly over many years is the government is actually failing to address people's problems, failing to fix your issue for your kid or the broader issues, say, of healthcare access and affordability. And both are important, the one-off issue for that family and the broader issue. In Pennsylvania, we've tried to solve these problems. This is going to sound silly to you, but it's important. We went from 48th in the country on permit speed to now being a national model on permit speed. Why is that important?
You're number one now on permit speed?
Well, depending upon how you calculate it, we're easily top one or two on that.
That's pretty good.
What am I getting at here? I think the blocking and tackling the government used to do well, they're no longer doing. And also solving big problems, bringing big change, that's not happening either. You look at the one big thing legislatively Donald Trump and his enablers in Congress did this year. They took health care away from millions of Americans to pay for a tax cut for the people at the very top. That's not only not solving problems, that's eroding even more trust. That's breaking that compact with the American people, and that's creating more cynicism in our system. So we're not dealing with the one-off challenges well enough. We're not solving these big problems as an American government anymore. And the things that are happening are being done in a way that really hurts the middle class and hurts people who are struggling just to get by. And that is leading to a breakdown of trust. And then finally, of course, we have a president of the United States who can't tell the truth. We have a president of the United States who attacks Americans based on what they look like or where they come from, who they love, who they pray to or choose not to pray to every day. Every day, he's segmenting out certain parts of our population and attacking them, whether it's people with disabilities or people who don't vote like him. That erodes trust. We've got to get back to having a commander-in-chief, a president of the United States that wants to lift up our entire country. Maybe we have differences of opinion on policy, but what we need to do is have someone who's there trying to lift everybody up. Instead, this guy's trying to tear down huge segments of the population with his chaos, with his corruption, with his cruelty every day.